So Gardner City Council will come to order. I invite everybody to please stand with us and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good evening, everyone. We're starting out with presentations this evening. We've got several. Some of you poor folks are going to have to listen to me a couple of times. And thankfully for most of you, I don't have much to do with the other couple of them. But we're going to start out the meeting this evening with something new. We have put together a Mayor's Award of Distinction, and this provides an opportunity to recognize exceptional service from a city employee. This award is going to be represented by the Silver Star, right here. In the military, the Silver Star is a symbol of gallantry in action in hazardous or exceptional circumstances. In Gardner, we use the Silver Star to recognize employees who have served well beyond the scope of their job description in a manner which directly benefits the citizens of our community. And this evening, I have the privilege to recognize two such employees for exceptional service in the Gardner community. And I'm going to begin by asking Mike Gardner, if you could please join me up front. Mike's an engineering technician in Public Works and has been since 2005. Recently, Mike was at during the construction, he was at a work site over by Gardner Cemetery, and a vehicle became trapped on the railroad tracks, and a train was approaching. Well, seeing the vehicle trapped between the signal arm and another vehicle, Mike acted quickly and actually raised the signal arm manually, allowing the vehicle to safely exit the tracks before the train arrived. Apparently, this was an awful lot closer than anybody would have liked for the train to have been to the automobile. So, we've got for you grab the right one. Your Silver Star for the Mayor's Award of Distinction, as well as this, suitable for framing. I want to thank you for the action that you took for the safety of, I'm not sure if it was a citizen or a visitor, but it was certainly, we're glad that you were in the right place at the right time. So, thank you very much. And, you know, Mike does a whole lot more in the community than just serve as an engineering tech and rescue imperiled motorists. I'm not going to embarrass him with the details this evening, but Mike, we certainly appreciate having you on staff. Next, we've got Dylan McDonald. And Dylan, you want to come forward and join us? And I understand is Adrian and Cindy? You want to come on out? Hey, good to see you. So, Dylan, while walking home from work at the aquatic center where he works as a lifeguard, came upon two residents, and One of them was performing CPR on the other. Dylan's been trained in CPR, as I believe that the staff here can attest to, and actually immediately took control of the scene, performing CPR and gave direction to those around him until the emergency personnel arrived at the site. And you know, this is someone that was selected by our staff, trained in how to handle this, but you know, this is certainly above and beyond the call of duty. We certainly appreciate you. Dylan was able to restore a heartbeat for the person that he gave CPR to, who unfortunately later perished on his way to the hospital. But Dylan, we want to thank you for your action, and Adriana and Cindy, somebody, could you talk a little bit about the kind of training that Dylan got that allowed him to take heroic action in a time of need?
Well, Dylan's been with the pool, I'm not sure how many years now, too, but he was a junior lifeguard for at least 2 to 3 years. Just, well, he seemed really little then. I don't know well, but 11 or 12. So you can tell he has a passion for what he does. We hired him this last year. So it's your second year. I have a big staff, so it's hard to remember all of them, but they do go through intense training at the pool, not just through Red Cross, but every day we train. If you were over there at noon, and the police officers know, we train every day, 7 days a week. At noon, we start out with training. So our staff is just so skilled, and we know what we do, and we do it well.
I want to thank all the Parks and Recreation leadership and the staff at the pool and Dylan. I don't know if you realize this, Victor Peck, the person that you assisted, there's memorial donations were made in his name at his funeral, and the American Legion is going to be sponsoring scholarships in his name, starting in the upcoming next college year. And you are going to be guaranteed scholarship money. We don't know how much yet. But they are still taking donations. So congratulations for that. Thank you so much for your... Thanks so much. Okay, presentation number 2. We've got some friends of ours from the Gardner Municipal Airport here to provide an update. Mr. Dave Hayden. David, good evening.
Good evening. I'll start off here. I signed papers as the president of the airport board, and I was going to introduce the rest of the airport board, of which I only see one more here with me, and that's Dennis Falls. Now, Dennis, I'm junior on the airport board to only Dennis Falls. He came on the board sometime in 1978, but 6 months before I did. So this Dennis right here, and the other 3 are not here. That's Dale Rose, Ray Doer, and Joe Skelett. Now, I can tell you just a little bit about the airport before I turn it over to Matt here. And in the